What a wonderful level. It is a banger. And I'm playing it right now for warm up. Not if I can't see shit, but like. Okay. Okay, solid warm up, solid. So, oh god. Hallo Lena. Okay. A key just isn't working like anymore. Also, okay, you know what's a funny thing? We need to I need to address the thing in the corner because nobody will understand that, but I started watching Penguin Z. What the fuck? Sorry, where was I? I started watching Penguin Z0 videos while I grind like the first half of 1 hour mix because it's basically just nothing. And Maxi. Ja, Rackrix. Ja, du Hurensohn. Shit. Oh, break the silence. Fuck my. Okay, so we did. So we got the Kyo in that first try, which is something. Okay, so I practiced this level like 500 times because I'm genuinely so scared. Okay, it's gotta happen soon that I get past. That I get past BTS. It's gonna happen. Like sooner or later, it's just gonna happen. And I kind of need to be prepared for that because I feel like that if I when I actually get past it, I'm gonna be shaking more than a vibrator, basically. Oh my fucking god. Oh, by the way, when I start doing runs, I'll have Moist Critical playing in the corner. Okay, that is just ridiculous. Texting and driving. 6-7? Fuck you. Did I actually just die at 6-7%? Oh my god. Gonna piss myself at that point. Okay, now it's time to practice the piss face. Million piss. Why is there no towel? I've beaten 2021 probably more than 100 times by now. I did a practice session where I beat Million PP and then I did 2021 like once, and then I beat Million PP and then I switched like back and forth like I don't know how many times. It's brr, 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 brr. Yes, I'm real fucking nervous. I'm already nervous when I'm in NS. Basically, just like, why did my first stream say U17? Because I didn't know how to rate this. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's nothing like this, basically. That was kind of close. I almost died there. Okay, I don't think I should change the offset. Do we go from 0? Do I genuinely just go in? Should I just go from 0 right now? Okay, interesting. Okay, so I just shit it. My pants. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna change my underwear. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have... Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna be playing this video, alright? 8 hours of Penguin Z commentation. Because I wanna watch that. I wanna watch something while I play because it's genuinely just annoying, like playing through 30. So I'm actually gonna do that now. I'm gonna start up my recording, and I'm gonna watch that. And the good thing about this is I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. Can you? Wait. You should be able... Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay. I set the promo at 77. That's goated. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn this up a bit.
Immediately accept that as like the full truth. I was just giving my take on if these tweets are accurate, then here's my opinion on it. Here's how I feel. I never meant to say like this is 100% accurate and Salvo did these things and is 100% this person. I was just talking like if these are accurate, this is how I feel, and I thought I, made
because
that clear.
Because it's boring.
But
1 hour mix is boring. I want to watch something
to see and hear.
While I grind.
So if this is an accurate description, then his goal was to just be a big asshole and ruin the event. You see, when I hear things like that, if this is a true description of the event, then the intention was to be an asshole. I hear it as, okay, so if these people are telling the truth, then the goal was to be an asshole.
After Flame Wall, I'm turning it off.
If this is accurate, which I never was saying it was.
It's so boring,
I was never
genuinely.
trying to speak in absolutes like this guy is a douchebag and did this to do this. I was basing it off those tweets and saying, if these are all accurate. Now, maybe because I made the video, so I know what my intentions were and the goal and what I was trying to convey here, but as a viewer, maybe it just didn't translate as well, and I'm sorry for that. I should have made it more clear, because I was never trying to say anything about this guy's actual goals or intentions. It was just making fun of Death Noodles and then giving my take on people that go places just to, like, cause disruption or, like, harass people. And I never said that's what this guy's goal was 100%. I was saying if that was his goal, based on those tweets, then here's my take on that. And I think things just got lost along the way, and I do apologize for that. And I wish I knew the deeper context, because there's a whole lot more I can talk about there. How can you tell people to pull up or shut up and then get offended when they actually take you up on the offer? That is so embarrassing. So yeah, what actually happened here is Salvo got an invitation to Death Noodle's birthday party and then got his head slammed in the cake for no victim here. He got invited to this roast battle and was like, okay, I'll go roast him. I don't like this guy and he doesn't like me. We'll hash it out like men, like scholars on the big stage, roast each other, and that'll settle it. But that's not what happened. Def Noodles came out of nowhere, got real fucking pugilistic, just tossed him off stage for no reason. So yeah, I fucked up by not knowing that component, which unfortunately led to a bad portrayal of Salvo by me, which wasn't my fault. So yeah, an L from Charles, but a bigger L from Def Noodles for this entire event. I'll spread the stinky cheeks a little bit and dive in briefly. It doesn't just stop at inviting him out and then pushing him. This whole thing was such a colossal fuck up. This whole thing top to bottom is a mess. It really feels like Def Noodles planned for a fight here. The second he knew Salvo was coming, he battened down the hatches and sounded the air raid siren and was ready to scrap, just turn it into like a smackdown, you know. So he tells him pull up or shut up, and Salvo actually does pull up. And Def Noodles clinched his fist like Arthur right before slugging PW and threw him off the stage because he was upset that he actually went. And not only that, he also got a drink thrown on him earlier in the night. I went deep on here. I wanted to make sure I understood everything now to be like the fucking all-omniscient authority on what happened at this super roast battle. So yeah, Salvo also got a drink thrown on him earlier in the night. Also, Salvo's the one who brought the majority of the audience to this event. It seems like the reason people even showed up to begin with was for Salvo. So that probably also played a role in Def Noodles having such a giant blow-up for it, which is just a massive wonder from Def Noodles, because if he had actually just gone through with the roast battle and actually roasted with one of his biggest critics here, that would have went over much better for him. He would have come out with like a much better reputation. Like, okay, this is a guy who squashes the beef in the exact way he advertised. Pull up or shut up, we're gonna square off on stage with roasts. But he couldn't do it. He shied away. He fucking pussied out. And instead shoved him. A guy who you invited there under the illusion that he was just doing like actual roast back and forth. But instead he was just trial by fire combat, which no one was expecting to happen. So I can't believe this shit keeps happening at these roast battles. I don't even know where the next one's gonna be held. The next one might legitimately be held in some kind of underground octagon fight arena. You know, like you'll go from Def Noodle super roast battles to watching cockfights next door. Like it just feels like it's just now become like a fighting circuit. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. But again, overall, I just want to apologize to Salvo as well as anyone else that got the idea that I was trying to say something about him that I wasn't. I never meant to portray him in any negative way or try to explain what his intentions were. I wasn't going to do that. I was just joking about the event, and I made a mistake along the way. So hopefully that clears everything up, and how joyful it was to learn that this event was even worse than I thought it would. That's really about it.
Not too long ago, Winnie the Pooh entered public domain, meaning anyone's welcome to using the characters for their own work as long as it's somewhat original. The only character that still remains forbidden is Tigger. They're keeping that copyright under lock and key, but every other beloved character in the 100-acre woods belongs to go hog wild. You can make your own Winnie the Pooh cinematic universe if you so choose. I absolutely love the public domain. Sometimes it's easy to step out of it, but 9 times out of 10, something going to the public domain is the most abominable, revolting creation humanity is capable of producing. That is just delightful. And we're already seeing this effect in full force because there's a new Winnie the Pooh horror movie on the horizon called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Let's go ahead and check out the trailer here. The plot, I think, is outstanding. Seems like something that'd be written by Stephen King himself. Christopher Robin has abandoned Pooh and the gang, and they're upset. So now they're coming for skulls. They've gone rabid. So
I
one
wanna
thing
hear the
you'll
video.
probably immediately pick up on is the budget looks like it was $40. That's kind of standard for works that use public domain for some reason. You never really see huge budget works that borrow from the public domain, at least not as like the core focus. But that doesn't matter. You see, there's always a certain charm to these things.
We need to go. Lauren's dead. There's someone else outside.
Now there's no CGI here, this is all practical effects if you can believe it. This is a real costume and someone underneath it, but it looks so good you probably thought it really was the actual Winnie the Pooh come to life. I love the costume design here. This seems like something they found in a Party City dumpster that vaguely resembled Winnie the Pooh and then hatched the idea for a horror movie centered around it. Winnie the Pooh out here looking like the original
Shit.
Sonic the Hedgehog design from the movie. It actually kind of reminds me of the SpongeBob porn parody, SpongeNob Square Nuts. Now, you know me, I'm a real positive patty, so I don't like to be the one to nitpick things, but if I was to critique this masterpiece here, I would say that my biggest problem with it is that it doesn't really look like Winnie the Pooh and the crew hunting down and murdering people. It just seems like people found things that vaguely resembled Winnie the Pooh's team, and they're dressing up in costume and killing people at the house. So it loses the effect of Winnie the Pooh, like the actual Pooh Bear, killing people, and just becomes like, oh, it's someone dressing up like him. So it's not as cool, I don't think. It probably would have been better if they just did shitty CGI or even like hand puppets. You know, that could be kind of wild. Claymation, even. But just having like regular looking, like human bodies with a Winnie the Pooh mask, it's not really the same thing as like Winnie the Pooh's no longer addicted to honey. Now he's addicted to blood and cum, you know? It loses all of that mystique. I realize I'm not doing a great job of explaining what I mean. I just sound like someone that believes Winnie the Pooh is real. But what I'm trying to say is, all they're using is a mask, right? Like, the body is still very human-like. Like, they just have normal clothes on. Like, Piglet's wearing a fucking trench coat, you know? He just looks like some edgelord from a video game. But he has a pig mask on. You know, nothing tells me that that's Piglet. I wouldn't see this trailer and immediately think it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. I'd think, oh, it's just a normal slasher movie and they're using a pig in bear mask. They should have done at least the bare minimum of giving Piglet like little hooves, you know, instead of just like normal hands. Because like when they have the sledgehammer or the axe, whatever it is, it's just normal hands. You just got gloves on. You got fucking 5 fingers and gloves on. You know, instead of like little piggy stuff. You know, little piggy appendages. So again, it just feels like it's normal people and wearing masks. It doesn't feel like it's fucking Winnie the Pooh's team, you know, that's come together to purge. And I feel like that's what they should have gone for.
It was why he served this thing. I would have never left that square.
Yeah, overall, I know this movie's gonna be a big stinker, but I can't wait for it because I'm thinking it's going to be like enjoyably bad. It looks like it's made with a high level of self-awareness that they know that it's fucking stupid, but they're fully embracing it, so I can respect that. I again just wish they had sold the idea that it's Winnie the Pooh and his friends a bit more instead of just having it be people with Winnie the Pooh cheap costumes from Walmart. You know, there's definitely a better way of doing it, I think. But I'll try and remain somewhat optimistic here. Winnie the Pooh is a property that's awfully close to home for me. I, of course, used to watch the cartoon. I even had a couple of the games. I had a lot of Winnie the Pooh merch, so I was a big Pooh Bear fan. And I'd love to see him really make the leap into the big screen in a big way. A way that I haven't seen him before, you know? It's time Winnie the Pooh adapt. Maybe they make this a really deep plot, like something really interesting, a compelling narrative where they ran out of honey in the 100 Acre Wood, and honey was the only thing that like calmed the mind of Pooh. Like Pooh enters the 100 Acre Wood as a serial killer, piling up mangled corpses for years, like one of the biggest war criminals this planet's ever seen. But once he found that special honey in the 100 Acre Wood, it calmed him down, you know, simmered him down, you know, he became a really nice guy. But now without honey, he's gone back to those primal instincts and he's back to killing again. There's really just a lot they can do here. Maybe Christopher Robin revisits the 100 Acre Woods after Winnie the Pooh's killed his wife and his friends at the house, and he's trying to figure out, how do I
And that's when it connects in Christopher's mind. The neurons start firing. He's like, the honey. That's what Pooh loved the most. So then Christopher Robin has to biologically engineer new honey and feed Pooh with it. I don't know. There's just plenty they could do besides just use cheap fucking costumes and sledgehammers in a house, right? Like they could get a lot more creative with it, and I hope they somehow do. But this trailer just seems like the most generic, low-budget slasher ever invented, but with Winnie the Pooh's mask. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what we're going to get. Something that just capitalizes on the shock of Winnie the Pooh being a killer. So just trying to use it as like a little marketing thing. Like, here's a pretty standard horror movie gore fest, but look, it's Winnie the Pooh. Give us some money. And I'm sure they will be profitable, because if they sell more than 10 tickets, I'm sure they made back their budget. And I'm going to be one of the people watching this movie. So, you know, I'm going to give it a try. I love to see shit into the public domain, especially something as influential as Winnie the Pooh. This is a huge one, so I'm excited to see the first use of it here, and hopefully it's a fun, bad movie instead of just like a boring one. Or maybe I'll be completely surprised and it's an amazing movie. We'll have to wait and see, but anyway, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because it's pretty silly. That's about it. Yeah, if I ask you to think of something beautiful, where's the first place your mind goes? Your significant other? Your favorite song? A piece of pizza? Big ol' anime titties? It's gonna be different for everyone, but for me, when I think of beauty, the first thing that pops into my little reptile brain is people coming together to call YouTube out on some dumb shit they've done. And good golly, I'll tell ya, it's been a beautiful 24 hours. I bet YouTube didn't see this coming. The meteorologist in the weather report said nothing about a 100% chance of diarrhea showers falling upon them. Over the last 24 hours, there's been a lot of YouTubers coming together to talk about a problem that was brought to light this week by Corey Pinchin. And just over the last 24 hours, it's been great to see people, you know, calling YouTube out on some of their shit. Even Io is really excited about it. She's all about, you know, YouTube being held accountable. As you can see, she was so fired up. She's coming over here to slap the shit out of the headphone cord. So yeah, it's just been a big day, honestly, a big week, really, overall. Corey posted this video highlighting a major issue with YouTube at the moment and something that he's been facing. And in response, a lot of YouTubers started making videos showing support, and as well as doing things to try and, you know, get some kind of response from YouTube, get some kind of answer. So far, still radio silence, but I just still think it's nice to see so much support for another creator on the platform. Now, Markiplier did something pretty unique and is starting somewhat of a trend with something called the Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge. Isn't that right, Io? So Markiplier posted this video where it's lightly poking fun at the policy that was being called out, where Markiplier is giving completely nude massages to women, and well, it's a game called Orc Massage. Mark himself wasn't giving the massages and happy endings or anything. At least I don't think so. I don't know if he does that in his off time or whatever. But the video is of a game where it is fully nude anime girls, and you play as an orc, and you like start like fucking playing their asses like bongos, and like there's nudity and shit. So Markiplier posted a video of that game and called it the Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge, obviously calling out this whole thing. And wow, unlucky, my power just went out. I guess those orc massages are so powerful they created the next biblical monsoon over my house here. But anyway, in response to Markiplier posting the video, YouTube got very tense, and that was removed from their Game On segment, which Markiplier and his team had prepared a special thing for, and without warning, they just removed his whole section. And Markiplier went on Twitter talking about how upset he was. Io was distraught. You think she was mad slapping my table? You should have seen her when Markiplier's section got cut. All hell was breaking. It was like a fucking, like a plague had just been unleashed. You know, I didn't know much about cats until we got Io. I didn't realize they responded so heavily to injustice. They can smell it from miles away. I'll just quickly give a lore breakdown behind Game On. Game On was a big YouTube production. It was supposed to be a, you know, fun little event, a couple hours, a pretty big event in collaboration with a ton of other YouTube creators, and obviously Markiplier contributed to it. And YouTube allegedly didn't like Markiplier's most recent upload, so they took him over their knee and spanked his butt. You know, gave him a firm pat on the keister to discipline him for misbehaving, and removed all of the hard work he and his team put into it. It was a pretty embarrassing look from YouTube to just interactive game with his team that can't really be played the same way since it's now not part of the event. Overall, just a really douchey thing for YouTube to do here. I mean, this does prove to a lot of people there are human beings there, because no robot could be this petty. Like, that's a response I'd expect to see from a power-tripping Reddit mod who got their feelings hurt that someone called them out on something on the comments, and then they send like a passive-aggressive DM to them. Not behavior I would expect from a multi-billion-dollar company that has a stranglehold on video sharing. You know, this is just not professional. They didn't give an explanation to Mark, they didn't give an explanation to anyone, they didn't say anything about it, they just removed it. And they probably never will explain it. And that's something I want to briefly touch on. All of this effort to try and get more transparency or answers from YouTube always seems to be in vain. They just don't seem to have that capability. They just refuse to be transparent and explain things. Trying to get answers out of YouTube is like trying to milk a brown cow for chocolate milk. It just doesn't work. They just absolutely outright despise communication, it feels like. And that sucks, because, you know, that's the Chemical X to the Powerpuff Girls formula here. If they could just explain things, their reputation would be doing a 180. People would feel like more comfortable and less fearful. There'd be less things up for speculation if they could just explain why they do some of the shit they do. You know, it just doesn't make sense why they're so against it. Because if someone like Markiplier, one of the biggest creators on the platform, and an amazing person who has always been deeply ingrained in the YouTube atmosphere, as well as working hand in hand with YouTube for so long, if he can be abused by the platform, what does everyone else do? You know? Like, he, of all people, is getting slapped by them. You know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And after the Try Not to Get Age Restricted challenge, Mark posted, Jacksepticeye made one of his own. And Jacksepticeye also made another video talking about the situation more in detail, but he followed Markiplier's trend of this age restriction thing, hoping they could shine a light on this issue. Now, again, I don't know if this is ever going to be positive on YouTube, and I'd like to think so, but I've completely lost faith that they'll actually ever be able to be transparent and explain shit. So, for now, I can just appreciate people coming together to support someone so deserving like Corey Kinshin. I just wanted to talk about this briefly because I think it's a great thing overall. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.
See ya.
Being a fast food worker has to be one of the most dangerous jobs in America, second only to a firefighter maybe. Over the last like 3 or 4 months, I'd say, things have been reaching this crescendo of madness in the fast food industry. Pretty much every day I'll hop on Twitter and see like 5 new viral clips of public meltdowns or freakouts or fights at fast food restaurants like McDonald's, Dairy Queen, Burger King. God bless any soul that eats at Burger King. May the Lord have mercy on you. You know, just every restaurant having all these wild over-the-top freakouts, and sometimes it just leads to death. You can Google any fast food restaurant right now and probably find 6 or 7 fatalities that occurred there just this week. It's been getting scary. Like 2 months ago, there was that shooting at Subway where a guy just shot one of the workers, killed him because he had too much mayo on his sandwich. That's fucking horrifying. Getting blasted because you went a little heavy on the mayo? Like, what is this? Mad Max in a Thunderdome? It's scary. Like, you never know what you're going to encounter at a fast food restaurant, whether you're going to see wiener or see a giant fight. Like, anything's on the table. Sometimes people aren't coming in there for food, they're coming in there to just fuck shit up. So I genuinely do think there is a lot of danger associated with working in the fast food industry right now. I don't know if it's always been this way, or if it's like just getting worse for some reason. I couldn't tell you, but since smartphones are so common right now, you can see all of this happening every single day across the country. And a lot of it's really entertaining freakouts like the one I'll show you right now, but then there's just a lot of really fucking scary ones too. Like, my heart genuinely does break for anyone in the service industry, and I wish you nothing but the best. I, again, don't get why it's always fast food restaurants. It's like the second people walk through the doors, they just get hit by like some kind of frequency that turns their brain into like an aggressive, fucking primal caveman brain. Like in Kingsman, where Valentine had that chip in the phone that made everyone fight each other in a church. Like, I feel like that's what's happening in fast food restaurants right now. Unfortunately, we missed the introduction here and what led up to the confrontation. I guess the cameraman was too busy getting the popcorn together instead of filming, but I'll fill you in on the details. So this happened at a Dairy Queen, and the lady in this video here, this angel, she was spending about 20 minutes in the bathroom smoking meth. You know, meth and Dairy Queen go together like peanut butter and jelly. So she took a long time smoking her meth, and in that time her meal got cold. So she asked for a replacement, demanding she get another meal because hers was cold. They declined because, obviously, it was her fault. She smoked meth for 20 minutes in their shitter. So why is she entitled to a brand new free meal? And in the beginning of this video, you can hear the manager like shouting. He's getting real guttural with it. I got really concerned that he was going to start serving some knuckle sandwiches on the secret food menu here. I thought it was going to see a fight, but he showed tremendous restraint, even though the lady did swing on him and started making a real ruckus. But you know what is worth making a ruckus over? G Fuel's buy one get one deal going on right now, where you buy one energy tub and get one free. So why not hop over to G Fuel right now and get some Divine Peach in this special offer? You can click the link in the description below. Now she's using a pretty high-level strategy for inciting violence. She's using fighting words, calling him a goof. She says multiple times, "You goof," and when she notices that the manager's unaffected by these words, she got a little more violent by like throwing milkshakes and just spilling shit all over the place. Just disrupting it, you know, ruining perfectly good milkshakes in the process.
Give me my fucking meal! What do you mean, no? You let it cook everyone lick. That's not our fault. That's not our fault. You are a fucking goof. I don't feel like it. Yeah, the police are on their way. I don't give a fuck. They will. You are a fucking... You're what do you tell me? You're scum.
Now I'll be the first to admit I didn't know Dairy Queen served full cakes, but there is a really pretty cake sitting on the counter right there that became the victim of this lady's wrath. She vanished into the shadow realm. It was such an outstanding looking dessert, you know, a beautiful cake, probably for some child's birthday party or maybe to celebrate them getting a new badge in the Boy Scouts, and this lady just fucking ruins it. Now the manager informs her that the police are on the way, which I personally think was a strategic blunder. You know, that's like the ace in the hole. That's something you should keep to yourself, like a, you know, you keep that up your sleeve. You keep her there, because now that he's informed her of it, now she makes, you know, quick work of getting out of there. From what I understand, though, when the police do get called by a restaurant, they usually show up like an hour later. They don't take it super seriously. At least in most of the reports I was reading about these kind of situations, they're not super prompt in showing up, and when they do get there, it's already resolved itself and they don't do much for it. So it's usually just something like, if you're gonna call them, maybe let it be a surprise to the person you're calling them on, so that way they might still stick around for an hour. Like, I bet if he didn't tell her, she would have stuck around for another hour smoking meth, maybe like throwing napkins next once she ran out of milkshakes to destroy. He could have kept stalling her, at the very least, and then she'd face some kind of repercussions for this, but the video ends with her just leaving.
I did. They heard you yelling. They heard you yelling. They're selling somebody in the I'm sorry that you went to smoke meth in the bathroom for 20 minutes. Leave. Our store. Never come back.
A lot of things can be said about this woman, not all have been positive, but I will give her one compliment. She is the queen of uncommon insults. Like, this is shit I would have never expected to hear during a heated argument. She calls him a goof, a loon, which as I understand it is like calling him crazy, which is a weird thing to be saying. Like, he's just kind of standing there doing his job. I don't know what he's done that's like crazy. And then she also calls him Rapido because he said the same thing twice. So I mean, she's got some zingers that she's tossing out here. Some real humdingers. So yeah, that one was making the rounds on Twitter today. But I figured I'd give you a little bonus freak out, a little dessert. This one's from 2019, but it's going viral again. I think I saw it yesterday or the day before. It's a woman who got extremely upset that the restaurant was out of beef patties, so she went and got a baseball bat and beat the fuck out of their windows.
She was just like, you're lying, the beef patties are ready, and why they're not ready, you're lying.
Then she left and came back 5 minutes later, and that's when she went absolutely berserk. Cops say it happened January 15th at the East 169th Street restaurant
Like, it's not even like they were out of beef patties. They just weren't immediately ready to serve. So they must be so delectable, so exquisite, that if they're not immediately in your mouth when you're thinking about them, it'll make you this upset. This almost worked like an ad campaign. Our patties slap so fucking hard, they're worth going to jail over it. They said it costs like $2 grand to repair the glass, and it was a big hassle, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to share a couple of fast food freakouts again because it's all over the place. It's happening all the time now. Granted, this second instance here was from a couple of years back, but for some reason, all of these freakouts are being shared now like they're happening in real time, so I'm constantly exposed to it. And regardless, I still think it's a pretty dangerous job. You never know exactly what's going to be happening at a fast food spot, I suppose. But anyway, that's about it. So yeah, yesterday we were blessed with an action-packed evening of internet drama that had me on the edge of my seat for the better part of 2 hours. And I actually think there's something very important to discuss here. Not so much with the soap opera itself between the two parties, but there was a little something that slipped during all of this that I think is a really big deal that I want to talk about. Now, I'll go ahead and break down the situation for you in case you weren't on Twitter, and if you weren't, God bless you, keep up the great work, you're doing amazing, champ. Now, it all started on Twitter, but it did spread to Twitch with competing live streams where one side was giving their take on the situation and the other side trying to debunk it. So, it spread like a virus, and it all started with a series of tweets from a content creator named Frosty. He came out with a series of tweets making big accusations against his former employer, 100 Thieves, basically just putting his ass in their face, making all kinds of big claims like them taking 95% of sponsorship deals, as well as a myriad of other problems that he had with the organization. I'm sure I don't need to explain who 100 Thieves is to you. They're one of the biggest names in gaming, but I'll go ahead and give you a brief lore recap just in case my grandma is watching and doesn't know who 100 Thieves is. 100 Thieves is a pro gaming organization started by a massive content creator named Nadeshot. They've been around for about 4.5 years now, and they have really taken the scene by storm. They have pro gaming teams as well as big content creators, and Frosty was part of one of their content creator teams called The Mob. The Mob sailed away from 100 Thieves some time ago, but Frosty has now come out with big claims against the org, talking about how shady and shitty they were. And in response to these tweets, Nadeshot, founder of 100 Thieves, went live on Twitch to address the controversy directly. And I know Nadeshot doesn't own Arby's, but he brought the meat regardless. He spent about an hour and a half finally pan-searing Frosty's cheeks in front of 45,000 people. It was a pretty well done response to everything, and I do like Nadeshot. However, he said something and revealed something.
Now it's actually time to lock in. Because I'm Shinora, I watch him until after Flame Wall. Well, yes. I'm playing boring like mid-level G. That's boring as shit. I could piss myself while doing that. It's how I watch YouTube. Shit. I forgot. I thought that was on hand. Oops. Shooter! 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 I thought you like died. Shooter! Oh my god, it's so great to hear from you again. How are you, bro? Like, genuinely, how are you doing? Shooter. Like, how are you feeling? What are you doing in life? How are you doing? It's like, are you fine? Alright. It's great to hear. I'm so glad to hear from you. I thought I learned all the fuss and all that for nothing. lag. Let me watch that back. It's so cool to see you again, though, Shuta. Jamie, I recently thought about you, like, what is he doing? Is he still alive? Why is it so laggy, by the way? Mega joking? Oh, you piss face. I already had hopes. How is life without like a Dofi? It's gotta be like shit. Cause you just can't like come. It's gotta be fucking me. Why am I even continuing this? It's just free. But yeah, my little German face isn't that little anymore. Desnick messaged me about having a mustache, which is just crazy. There's even a text here. There's a text there announcing it, and I fucking forget it. Am I blind? Yeah. We'll see each other sometime. Yeah, until 2026. No, Elcraft. And Gamaloop. Hi. Yeah, I'm finally back. Like, also, like, you know. Because I have, like, properly played. I was kind of just pussying away from this, to be honest. Because it's hard, but, that's not really a solution, I noticed, so I just went back. Stop lagging. Isaac! Clock, clock, clock. Basically, Isaac, until like after Flame Wall, I watched Penguin Z0. Oh wow, fuck this. It's this 8 hours of Moist Critical footage. I watched that because the fucking first few levels are just boring as shit. And I put that there so I can do like something. Keeps like doing bloop, bloop. Damn it. Know what it is. But yeah, the Penguin Z0 cam is like important. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I hate break the sounds. Okay, I'm not playing this anymore. I can't be bothered playing this shit. I gotta, okay. The thing is, I have to get into this, like, slowly again. I haven't, like, actually grinded this for, like, 2 weeks now. Maybe 1.5. And I just need to log the fuck back in. But I can't do that in one go, so I need, like, multiple comeback streams, like, kind of to just get back into this cycle of grinding this to eternity. So I'm actually gonna end recording. Also, the game is lagging, so that's kind of pissing me off. Okay, why am I? Okay, you know what? I can do that. Wait, I mean, my main grind is also a U15, right? So, let me just, yeah, alright. Is this good?
Kein Bock auf Jahresgebühren? Dann spar sie dir. Mit der Consorsfinanz Mastercard. Dauerhaft ohne Jahresgebühren.
Is this good? This good? We enjoying this? Yeah, I'm not rich. Hate this part. 101 for fun. I mean, it probably would be fun, right? It probably is a pretty fun chart. was cooking. Yes, there we go. Shit. Now for the easiest part of the chart. That went well. I feel like it's a little late. Let me fix that. Cause I actually like learned some of this. Clap, 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 clap. Oh, I forgot. But I mean, yeah, it is pretty easy. It's so free. Oh yeah, that's just so true, Isaac. Wow, that is really true. Why not green up? Because I removed that. It's annoying. I didn't see shit. I have enough aura. That yet. I can only do I can do it, no miss! So I'm the gold, basically. I think I made it like okay. Isaac, I don't do it, no miss. I mean, I do it, no miss, fuck. No, I'm pretty sure it's like 45, not 25. Fucking Subway service. No, Shinora, that's not true. I technically can kill my family, but that's not gonna be easy now, is it? Sorry. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Oh wow, wow, the game just gave me karma for that. For that stupid ass line. Yeah. This is like Hall on easy mode. This is so fun, by the way. That's just not gonna go well for you now. That was -1 and I'm actually such a... I can't say that word. No. No run. Oh, can you, damn! I mean, you don't know it's doomed. Yeah. I mean, I pretty much practiced like every part except for like the first one. No, I don't. Oh my god. How the fuck is that a thing? I'm actually gonna fuck myself. I'm actually gonna shove the like microphone, the keyboard, just everything, like just right up my fucking asshole. Like so fucking juicy. Oh, and I need to piss. Ooh. That's all I wanted, bro. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's all I wanted to end it on. Just a fucking good run. Okay, I'm gonna pause the Subway service here now. Tastatur. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This was the first of many streams to come again. We're like we're back, and yeah, I don't know. I need to piss now. Goodbye.